I've seen somebody on live. Somebody has come online. That is Kevin Azar. Kevin Azar. Kevin Azar, good morning. I'm saying good morning. It's morning time for me in America. I've just woken up. I've just woken up and I want to light my candle. Jacob, good morning. It's morning. Kevin, how are you? As I'm always smart, I'm smart. I am smart physically, and I'm smart here also. You know it. I'm smart all over. And I want you to be smart. I want you to be smart.
Become tormentors. When freedom of expression becomes the target of suppression, opposition becomes our position.
I hope you guys like that song. I'm going to light my candle. Did you light your candle? Is your light shining? Are you the one who is making somebody's day brighter? If you're smart, go on live and do a live cast like me. Yes, 20 people are enough for me, but I don't mind people coming online and we talk. Anyway, it's just 15 minutes past 7 in the morning, so I have woken up and I want to talk about change. Why do we fear change? I want us to talk about change. What does it mean to change? I've heard people saying change is needed, but it's not a matter of change. So why do we say it's not a matter of change? What change do we want? Just play that music so that at least I have about 30 people, 50 people. Kabanga bw'otambula saba Katonda ng'embiro kwotadde. I told you my Uganda was basically Uganda that was taught to me for baptism and whatever. But I became very efficient in it because finally if you get baptized you have to know how to read the Bible in Uganda. So for us from the east, if somebody spoke English, you know that person went to school. If somebody spoke Uganda, then you know he's a Christian. So we had the two languages that made us look unique. English meant that we went to school. If you come to the eastern part of Uganda, we are the best English speakers. That one we are very proud, we know it. Then we spoke Uganda because it was an identity for religion. It was an identity for faith. So if I spoke Uganda and English, people will just know that that guy went to school at the same time he's baptized. Yes, I am going to talk, but my talk is going to be based on quoting Janet Museveni, the Minister of Education. She went to Makerere yesterday, and this is what she said. It is time to build Makerere. It is time to build Makerere again. And I want to believe in what she said. It looks interesting. She said it in a way that is good. So did we ban Makerere so that we can build it? Did we ban Makerere because Makerere is not good enough to take us in the next century? I would absolutely agree with Janet Museveni on that one. Not that I support her, but she said it is time to build Makerere again. And there's no way you can build minus destroying structures. Those people who know construction know what you do. You destroy, you remove this, you are not comfortable with that roof, you remove it. You're not comfortable with this, you remove. You are not comfortable with the base, you remove. Janet Museveni yesterday said it is time to build Makerere again. Now, my question is, do we have the people? Do we have the people who can build Makerere again? That statement is good. That statement shows that we need to remove all systems. That statement from Janet Museveni is so good. It's a symbol for development. She said, it is time to build Makerere again. And where are you building Makerere again? From the fire. Which means we burnt Makerere, which means we appreciate that Makerere needed to be erased to bring up a new structure. Now, time to change. Time for change has come. It is time, hello Dan, how are you? It's time to bring down the old system. It is time to bring down the old system for a new system. We always have barriers to change. Why do people fear change? Why do people fear change? Lukanga, welcome to class. Solomon, I have not seen the class monitor. I don't know whether the class monitor is there. Why do people fear change? People fear change because they have developed a habit. They have a habit. You know, when something becomes habitual, people get used to it, they don't want to remove it. There's fear of the unknown. People fearing what they don't know. So when people fear what they don't know, they don't want change. And then there's what we call loss of power. People fear losing power and control. Somebody just wants to stay in power because he knows he's controlling 37 or 47 million people. So that loss of power can cause fear for change. And then the other things that makes people fear change is organizational structure. So people keep on asking Bobi Wine, what are your structures? What are your structures? Because they think he doesn't have structures, so they fear change. There are other things like rigidity. Waliwo omuntu ne bw'osindika tayaka. Basindikanjake. We have what we call the basindikanjake. These guys who are very rigid, whether you give them a starter, people without starters. Kevin, when I'm talking about sindikanjake, you know what it means. There are those people. Then there's those people, but those who are suspicious. Suspicion. That's why you find everywhere there's diso. Now one mu America katinjogera, they are watching. That is suspicion. Those are people who are fearing change. Then we have misinformation. Misinformation. You go online and you just misinform people. Why don't we tell people the truth? Why we need to change? Ugandans, like it or not, there is change that is happening across the world. There is change due to what they call globalization. They're now talking about the 5G internet. You guys still in the 5G internet. I wish I can go out and I show you the mast of 5G internet just in my compound here. There is a 5G internet. But in Uganda, we're already talking, 5G internet brought COVID-19. 5G internet brought cancers. People just fear change because they are feeding on the wrong information. The 5G internet has nothing to do with the chips in your body. It is just trying to make the world move faster. You people who grew up at our age where we were writing letters. We used to write letters and you post and you draw a flower on a letter and let it fly to Narukanga. And land in Lake Victoria and it reaches. Those are things. Right now you don't do that. You just go online and say, hey, Narukanga, where are you? And we talk. That is changed. I don't think if you brought somebody who died 30 years ago and he saw us communicating, he will think these are ghosts. They will think these are ghosts. So people fear change. People fear change. Then there's apathy. There's apathy. Apathy. Yesterday I told you about apathy. Makerere is burnt, then somebody says, that is apathy. There are people whom you call Abagaga. When you find people who call somebody Omugaga, you know, that is apathy. That is fear of the unknown, barriers to change. Then there's closed communication. That closed communication, you are not open to, you know, we have accepted to be stupid and we just be stupid. Closed communication. Why do you have that? And then you have all the power. Muzei. How can a 20-year, a 15-year, a 25, 30 start? You start calling, you know, the thing you're calling Muzei, the person you're calling Muzei. If it's a Muzei in your home, yes. But in leadership, you don't need a Muzei. You need people who are moving according. Change due to globalization, the climate change, it will affect you. Whether climate, whatever, whether internet, it will affect you. Whether mode of transport will affect you. Guys, let's embrace change. And then there's what we call people who are loyal to the system. Loyalty to the system. Omwami Chakoba, I'm sorry. I know I have a Vasoga friend. Omwami Chakoba, that is the loyalty to a system. Nange Chenkoba, Chikobo Tia, what do you know about it? And lack of lack of conviction. Lack of conviction. Obama came and told us, yes, we can. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. One of the reasons I have told you in Uganda, I was a mentor of young people. In Uganda, I was a mentor of young people attached to the U.S. Embassy. One of the things I believed in, young people must rise up. Young people. Emitie mito simanje jizimbe chibira. Our mito are just not there. You look for them, they are not there. You look them in the field of sports, they are not there. Field of education, they are not there. In agriculture, they are not there. So the mito must come up, and we must support them to come up. We must support them to come up. When they tell you there are new ideas ahead, ebirungi biri mu maaso. Have you ever heard of that song? Ebirungi biri mu maaso. Biri mu maaso, tebiri mu wano gye twesiba. Ebirungi tebiri wano we twesiba. You people, I look at Bobby Wine. Quote me exactly, and quote me rightfully. I look at Bobby Wine as an agent of change. He's an agent of change. Now, in his song of Tuliyambale Ngule, Okwambale Ngule is victory. After victory, what do you do with the victory? When you are victorious, what do you do with what you have won? It means you are going to go back to the drawing board and work like slaves. You must work. You must work. You people who keep on asking Bobby Wine at Ogenda kuleta enchuka chukachi. No, Bobby Wine can't even. Talina kyagenda kuchusa. Bobby Wine ali kugamba nti have conviction. Let's wake up and work. But for us to work, let's have an environment of work. We are not slaves in Uganda where we are working with an LODU behind us. No. The university has burnt. instead of seeing a forest of engineers, instead of seeing a forest of technicians, instead of seeing a forest of technologists, instead of seeing a forest of architectures, we have seen a forest of LODUs. We have seen a forest of local defense police. We have seen, no. It's the university that has banned. Now it requires engineers. It requires architectures. It requires technologists. It requires physical planning. Makerere banned because we could not even have water. There were no water points. So this time now we want to recreate a Makerere with the water points, including faucets in the house, faucets in the walls. We are not going to go, those pictures I saw of all the Mercedes-Benz trucks that Bisindikanja K. That's why Makerere got banned. And it's teaching you people a lesson. Mwake, zake. Let's not resist change. Let's promote change. Let's not resist change. Let's be agents of change. There's a lot ahead of us that we must acquire. The information age landed on us. Technology landed on us. I find it funny when somebody comes and says, it hurts a little because they have said virtual campaign. I am seeing 34 people online. 34 people online. Why can't we 34 people online, be able to talk to every... If me, James, I have come and I'm talking to 34 of you, this is a campaign. I am talking to 30 of you, and so this is a campaign. And if I've talked to 30 of you, and you guys, if I have not made an impact, then perhaps blame me. But if I've made an impact, then the 30 of you are seeds of change. Okay, not every person will have an opportunity. Not every person will have an iPhone like me. Not every person maybe is knowledgeable like, but you who is listening to me, I guess you are very bright. You who is listening to me right now, I guess you are very bright. So we are talking about change. And why? I am saying drop all habits. Because barriers to change are habits. People fear. People developed habits. Because you developed a habit. Stop smoking. It is hard to tell somebody to stop smoking because they got addicted. So dropping a habit is one of the things we must do. Those are barriers to change. Then fear of the unknown. You should ask us who go to Europe, who come overseas. It's like you have landed in an ocean. For about people who take these journeys to go for Cheyo, you don't know where you're going. You don't have a relative. You don't have, but just because you are innovative, just because you have conviction in yourself, you land in America and say, Ntandikirawa. If you ever heard of that saying that Omusaja Chiticha Mwogo, Ugandans who have a lot of examples that we have been. There's a woman who sang Omusaja Chiticha Mwogo, Wochula, Wechirandira. Wochula, Wechirandira. So, don't fear to lose power. When you see the president with all the rockets, the tankers, the LODUs, how can all you people make one person to lose to fear power? You see all those tear gassing people because just one person is fearing to lose power. Not until we can lose power shall we see change. And not until we have agents of change. There must be agents of change for us to lose power. rigidity. Today, this morning, I've seen people in Mbale. Some kids in Mbale are celebrating. I also joined them and told them some statement, a strong statement. They were celebrating the officer in charge, the OC in charge of station of Mbale has died of diabetes, and kids are celebrating. The one who tear gassed Bobby Wine has died of diabetes, and kids are celebrating. And they're saying yes. And they have put it their own way. That you're joking with the resisting Bobby Wine. Even diabetes just comes and catches it. And you know, this is not what we want. But the system is, if we had a hospital in place, because they are claiming they ran around with him trying to save his life. Now look at that, such a mind. You are carrying power in your hands, you have a gun, and you don't know that you have a condition that can kill you. You have a condition that requires that you should be also advocating for a hospital. Now he's dead, the kids are saying, the kids are clapping, and that's not, we don't want to see that children, that young people are celebrating, that when some of us die, kids, they say we are a problem of the earth. What is your contribution as you live with power? What is your contribution? Yes, Tricia Tumusime, I am talking of something that is already on social media. It is online. The children in Mbale, people in Mbale, young people in Mbale are celebrating the death of a police officer. And they were calling him Mr. Tear Gas. The guy has died of diabetes and the kids are happy. But did that guy know that kids who are pushing for change maybe want a better hospital where diabetes is managed? We all die. We are all going to die. But we try to save life before we die. We try to maintain as a Musao. We promote, we save, we alleviate suffering. And even if you die, we want to give you a good transition to the next life. Death should be comfortable. Death should not be a gamble. So my dear friends, the 29 of you, the 30 of you who have been, I always get a lot of feedback. Somebody said in one of my first video that we lost you to America. You have not lost me. You have only lost me if you don't know that there is change. The change is that whether I'm in America or I'm in Uganda, there's nothing we can't do with me being here. Our sphere of influence has increased. If I'm here and you're in Uganda, what can we share? What do you want us to do? And to do those things, guys, be ready to lose all the power. To do those things, stop being loyal to the present system. Stop being... I'm in a system where a university bans and the people are just helpless and they're looking at the university. A university is your center of learning. It's your highest institution and the university is learning and you all look at it burning and you're helpless like antelopes watching a lion eating one of them. That's what happened. We all watch the institution burning and then you bring your miserable policemen. You bring your miserable who just can't do anything. And they're all helpless. We can't be helpless with the young people. We can't be helpless with the young people. It's because you have you have pressed the minds of young people. During the COVID-19, let me tell you, these are stories from Uganda, if you people don't know. In the COVID-19, there was a man who came up with a sanitizer. Ugandans resisted. Ugandans resisted a man who came up with sanitizer. And then there was one who came up with the laboratories, an invention. That one was arrested. Where does the country, which country reasons like that? The man who came up with the sanitizer was from Busoga. Kadaga brought him to parliament and they blasted and they abused and it's poor Tamalemi who tried to promote the man. I even don't know whether he can even manufacture his things. And then somebody comes up from Chambogo, the one who came up with the diagnosis kit. The one who came up with the diagnosis kit. The man came up with the diagnosis kit and he was arrested. I know of a boy who was it in Ikatwe, a boy who tried to make these most funny things that fly around. I don't know they call them. I even don't know. I am not even of that age. The boy tried to make an aeroplane. That one was arrested. There was one who tried to make explosives. That one was arrested. Where is our science? Where is our science? We can't be in a world where we are happy of nowadays we are sleeping. No. It is so difficult for a 70-year and 78-year-old man to accept people to go to the moon. He will be fearing that they will die. For people to go to the moon, you need younger people who are we call them risk takers. People who have risk appetite. I have mentioned a few things that are a barrier to change in Uganda, and this, I am giving a summary of those 3 things. 1, we fear change because we have formed a habit. That's a habit. We fear change because we fear the unknown. Enaku zino twebaka. Totuzayo muduka. That is the fear of the unknown. Who told you are going to a war? Loss of power and control. The other person just fears to lose. Bampani, abantu bange, my peasants. The person just fears to lose those people that, you don't want, you fear to lose those people who call you Mugaga. Oyo Mugaga. That's why we fear change. Then we have organizational structure. We just don't have structures. Museveni, you were president. Let these presidents go down and we see. At LOC 1, do we have anybody who can become a president? 0. At district level, do we have anybody who can become a president? 0. At regional level, do we have anybody who can become a president? 0. There's just no structure in us. Apart from one vision. We call it tunnel vision. Tunnel vision. It's not even telescopic, it is tunnel. That kind of tunnel vision will not take us anywhere. Rigidity. Somebody who is, you try to put, they even don't roll. They roll and stop. They're so rigid. People are so rigid. That rigidity is not going to help us. And then we have suspicion. Spy. In the hospital, you find people fearing, the basal fear each other. In this hospital, there are spies. People don't stalk because there are people, somebody's following you. Why do you follow me if you are a fool? In most cases, it is a fool following somebody. Because why would you follow somebody who is... That suspicion must stop. And then misinformation. This is an information age. This is an information age. Why do you want to be misinformed? Somebody tells you a lie. The answers are there on the internet. The answers are everywhere. And you just can't try to find out if this is the truth. Even the Bible says the truth will set you free. And then somebody runs on the misinformation. We have run around Bobby Wine Munyuenjaga, Bobby Wine Mujuenjaga, Bobby Wine in America, Abasiaga. Nobody is telling Ugandans, nobody's telling Ugandans that we people who are in America collecting money for Bobby Wine. I'm giving you information. For you are talking about Abasiaga. But Bobby Wine even goes online and puts a number. The line, he has put a number online. And he's calling for fundraisers. And the fundraisers are you. And then we give you even the names. There's a Ugandan in America. There's a Ugandan in Australia. There's a Ugandan in South Africa. Who is coordinating all these things? But for you go on running on misinformation, centers abasiyaga. We can't change like that. For us, we are giving that money, we give that little money so that it facilitates, print this, go to my UK, go to radio, do this, buy t-shirts, read. Yes, that is the right information. Don't misinform Ugandans that Bobi Wine is being facilitated by overseers. What I know, government of Uganda is being facilitated by the United States government. And we're only misusing that money. And perhaps Bobi Wine only tells America that the money you're giving us, government of Uganda, is misusing it. Let's stop misinforming each other. Let's run on facts. Then apathy. Uganda, until Museveni dies. How do you lose hope like that? Museveni, amala okufa. The man has stayed in power for 37 years. Amala okufa. If he got you 0 years when he came to power, now you are 37. He came when I was 22. I'm now 56. And you expect for him to die before you start thinking. Or you should think when he's still alive. Ask him to account for his stay in power. Just think of if the president came when you were 0 years. Today you are 37 years. And you're also waiting. You're seated waiting. Your 37 active years are not utilized at all. Closed communication. Closed communication. Closed communication. Closed communication. Nemulowoza nti seek for information. Closed communication. Why are we closing communication? You are now stifling social media. You have stifled radio. You have stifled television. Why? Why do you put barriers to change? Loyalty to present system must stop. You people stop being loyal to a system that has... I mean, if you are a woman and you have a uterus, ask yourself, ngenda kuzalira wa? If you are a woman, ask yourself, where am I carrying this uterus? Where am I going to deliver from? If you're a young man, which woman are you going to marry when you can't? You know, marriage nowadays is as hard as a job. Whose child are you going to keep in poverty? Okwambale, that song in the background, Okwambale ngule does not mean there is manna from heaven. Okwambale ngule means you want to take responsibility and be in charge of your country. Obwanache maliranga buwedde, it means this an all-encompassing system. Each of us has a talent. Each of us has a talent. Different talents that if we put them together. You people, I'm old enough. If age is wisdom. If age is wisdom, try to listen to me. And each of you, I have talked to you. Don't come online, because most of the time I come online and I find, how can you come online and say there are people in the villages when you have said it online here? Somebody comes online here and tells you that there are people in the villages who don't have internet, but you are the one online. Why don't you reach the person in the village and talk, tell them why we want to change? The moment you come online and you are typing, that I am telling you, the people power kids, if you are listening to me, if you are there, the people power kids, if you are listening to me, there is no government person who can come online to defend corruption, and you are not taking advantage of being online. I am talking because there is nobody from government of Uganda who can come online to talk, to challenge me here. They fear. Because I will ask them about the money we collected for COVID. They can't come here. And then they have left for you the internet and you can't use it. Mulie kungege. What ulianga kungegenda uliengege? You are online alone. Rukutana will not come online here. President Museveni will not come online here. Name them all. They fear. They fear because you'll be taken to the world. And then you are given an opportunity and you are resisting it also. You are also resisting this. 33 of us can come, can cause change. If you have listened to me online, go online, talk to people. If you have listened to me after I'm off online, go and talk to people. There's nobody from government of Uganda who can come and do a live video like this. Now, for me, they think that I'm risking my life. That's what they are thinking. People tell James, you are risking. Risking what? Risking what? Even my colleagues in America here, they just can't talk. They just can't come online. They fear. They say there are spies here. There's ISO. There's to hell with the ISO. And if there's an ISO man here, ESO man watching me, listening to me, I'm talking about change. You're a barrier to change. Guys, Sukara wede mumutwe. Have a good day. It's nice talking to you people. Today is my holiday. I'm not working today, so think about change. Throw away old habits. Get proper information. Don't come online to misinform people. Be factual. And for sure, let the internet drive change. The internet is driving change. These are changes due to globalization. But there's change due to globalization. Whether you want it or not, they'll tell you to go to use a smartphone. Whether you like it or not, they'll tell you climate change is real. Lake Victoria is going to swallow you people up. Yes, the water is already swallowing. You have already seen water all over the place. Those are changes due to globalization, climate, whatever, technology, everything is changing. So why can you just say, but no change? Have a good day, guys. Bye-bye. And negulire jita njagala kuita all the time. I want to learn how to play this. Nakwanga, you came late, but the video is online. Thank you.